Welcome. My name is Greg Sterling. I'm the Dean at Yale Divinity School and a professor of New Testament. It is a real honor to be able to welcome you to this special edition of our Welcome Day. All of us are keenly aware of the crises that our country is facing and the world is facing. I hope that you, your family, and your friends are safe and that you're in a place that is comfortable, as most of us are living in isolation. I'm speaking to you not from the Divinity School, but from our personal home in Cheshire, Connecticut. I hope that my welcome will come across as warmly to you as if I were in the common room, as we call it, extending a hand to you, shaking your hand, being able to look into your eye and welcome you to the Divinity School. I want to tell you just a few things about us so that you'll have a broad idea of who we are. Three things in particular. So first, let me start by reflecting very briefly on the architectural features of our Divinity School. The Divinity School has been a separate unit at Yale University since 1822. We're in our third home, which was opened in 1932. The quad, as we call it, was modeled on the University of Virginia design. If you've ever seen Mr. Jefferson's campus, you know that at the center of that campus is a rotunda which housed a library. If you have seen a picture, and I think you will at some point in this video, or have been to our quad, you know that at the center of Yale Divinity School is Marquand Chapel. What's not obvious at first glance is that directly beneath Marquand Chapel is the main entrance to our library. I like to use this architectural feature as a way of illustrating who we are as a school. We have intellect on the ground floor, represented by the library. We are one of the professional graduate schools at Yale University. If you come to Yale Divinity School, you will be asked to read more, to write more, and to argue more than you have ever been asked to read, write, or argue previously. We are also a community of faith represented by Marquand Chapel. We have daily devotionals at Marquand, or worship periods. If you want to see what one of those is like, you can see a form of one as we're currently broadcasting it. These are 8 to 12 minute videos. All you need to do is go to the Marquand Chapel site on our webpage and watch one. And we'll give you an idea of the students here and what faith life is like at Yale Divinity School. We're also very passionate about social justice, which is a part of our faith. And whether we're worshiping or whether we're engaged in promoting issues of justice, we view both of these as a reflection of our commitment to the pursuit of the love and knowledge of God. Let me now turn briefly to where we're headed as a school. We have 5 major goals. These are published and well known. I will talk about 2 and mention the other 3. So the 2 I want to mention with some detail. The first and most important is student financial aid. I'm sure that's of concern to you. Our number 1 priority has been and remains a commitment to helping you come to school and to leave as debt-free as we possibly can make your experience. Our goal is to provide full tuition to everybody with demonstrated financial need by 2022 or July of 22, which is our fiscal year 23. We were very close to getting to that goal. The economic downturn that has been created by the health crisis and pandemic is threatening to hurt our ability to achieve that goal. I can't promise you that we'll get there. I think I could have promised you until this pandemic that we would get there. But what I can promise is this, that we will do everything in our power to achieve that goal. And I'm going to do everything in my power to achieve it on schedule. I can't promise that, but I can promise that we'll do everything we can. The second goal that I want to give a little detail about is the diversification of our school. We have made a serious effort to diversify representation by trebling the number of faculty from underrepresented groups, doubling the number of staff, and doubling the number of students. We have changed our curriculum by adding programs like a Latinx concentration in the MAR degree program or a Black Church Studies program. We've changed the iconography on our walls, and if you come and visit, you'll be able to see a portrait of James Pennington. There's a famous story about him, and if you were there, I would simply point to his portrait on the wall and tell you the story. But those are some of the ways in which we've tried to diversify our campus. The other three goals that we have are to promote leadership. We've produced more presidents and deans of schools than any other divinity school in the country. To develop a robust interreligious studies program. And finally, to build what I call the living village to replace the 84 apartments that we have. That is going to be pushed back just a little bit because of the financial crisis, but we're not going to cancel that part of our dream. We'll simply delay it a little bit. We will put people first. Now, finally, let me talk about what I mean when I say we will put people first by telling you a little bit about what we're doing to meet this current crisis. Most of you, if you're in school, have gone through the same experience that we have here at Yale. We have gone through a very abrupt shift from in-person instruction to online instruction. We've tried to make accommodations to all in every class and to make accommodations for students throughout the school by indicating that students may, up until the last day of class, change from our normal grading pattern to a credit, low pass, or not credit mark for the course. You may withdraw up until the last day. That wasn't previously possible. Or after 3/4 of the course, with the consent of the instructor, you may say, I need to take care of a family member. I'm going to simply take a credit grade, take that credit grade, and you will be done for the course. Those are some of the ways in which we're trying to accommodate that abrupt shift. We've also tried to help students financially for the individuals living in our apartments. We have offered a waiver of the last 3 months of rent if they moved out. If they didn't want to move out, we've given them 3 months of credit if they've left their possessions there and gone somewhere else to live with family. For those who are on our meal plans, they've either received a credit for the cessation of their participation in that, or we have expanded our 5-day service to 7 days without charging them anything more. In addition, we are paying student workers for the school as well as staff their full salaries, whether they're able to work or not. I mention these things as a way of trying to tell you this is who we are. These are the things we value. If you come, you will find that to be true in your experience. I hope you will stay safe, that you will take very good care of yourself, and I'm hopeful that I can greet many of you personally this fall by extending my hand and welcoming you to Yale Divinity School.